Hi peeps. I've just been sitting and wondering about the Sushant Singh's Rajput's apparent suicide, and it's been quite some time since he passed away, and over a period of time, it made me question what are we running behind, and what do we want from life. Um because clearly, like, our definition of what success uh, is so from the surface. It's so superficial that we don't realize we spend our entire lives running behind success, what we term as success, and we tend to ignore the uh, basic things in life, like love and emotions and things like that. Uh, I'm not sure if this is something which is a small town thing, but I'm from a small town. So we lived in a place where everyone knew each other. We were there as a community together with each other. So we had that feeling that is how life works. Me personally, moving into a big city, I initially liked the glamour of the big city, the malls and the movies and stuff like that, like going into pubs and bars and drinking with your friends and stuff like that. That seemed so fascinating to me. Spending 8 years in Bangalore right now, like I honestly have started questioning, is this life that I had seen for myself, or what my parents have taught me and what they have seen for myself. um, and I'm starting to realize that it clearly is not the way that I want to live my life. um, so yeah, things like that. And what we fail to understand in all of these things is we don't give enough credit to the thing called love, and we throw around that word called love so much that uh, we never really get to actually valuing it for what the word really means. uh, and things that come with love, like, you know or things that builds love, like trust and friendship, for that matter. It's a different that's a different topic altogether, the connection between friendship and love, which I will talk about some other day. But um, that thing in general, like, the word love is tossed around so much and so often. I love you, bro. I'm there for you. But when it actually comes to following it, very few of us in this world do actually have the guts to actually go and follow it. We don't. And that's something that I have seen with myself. I am seeing with friends around me. Right. One of my friend who is in like a romantic love with a girl, but that's something which is not given enough credit by the other person himself. Like, we see so many things around us, uh, which are so materialistic in our approach. We tend to think that uh, this is what gives us happiness at that point. But what's important is that we see our lives how it would be if we were to die tomorrow. I think that's how I live my life. That's how I approach my life. That if I die tomorrow, would I be happy? Currently, with this state of mind, I think I will be. But this tiny thing, the friendship that I have lost and the love that I have lost with a friend of mine. Apart from that, I don't think there is anything that I do regret. If I die tomorrow, I would die happily, and there is nothing that I regret doing. Um, so I think if all of us can keep an approach like that and value our human connections, what it makes us human, I think we can, live a very, very happy and a peaceful life. I just finished watching the movie Dil Bechara, and I saw the entire movie, and the person that I could not take my eyes off was Sushant Singh Rajput. I mean, look at him, like, so happy, so jolly, like you wouldn't know what his state of mind is. But then he has been the one who has been spreading happiness all around his people, and all around him. Like even the people close to Sushant Singh Rajput never, they were so happy. They said like we didn't know what this was going on in his life. And one of the reasons that I think most of us fail to understand is that because we do not go deep into trying and seeing the person for who they are. Um, you know and in that process we lose genuine love, we lose genuine friendships, uh, and then we die one day. And what we need to ask ourselves is this, I mean, we all know that we do not have a second life, and neither we are going to have I mean, even if people who would argue that there is, you don't know, right? So this currently what we have is in our control, and we can control this. So rather than looking for things which gives us temporary happiness, I think if we look at the bigger picture and try and give enough credit to the word called love, I think it's what's going to make us humans. It's going to help people like Sushant Singh Rajput thrive. That those kind of people is whom we need. I have been following him from the beginning in his Instagram, and the kind of words that he uses, the kind of things that he says, relates to me so much. Where he had a vision of space, time, universe, and we are made of dust. We are going back to dust. We will go back to dust. Is just so. It's just so real. You know, there is nothing wrong about it, or there is nothing made up about it. Like you have a vision, you want to see the bigger picture in all of these things, and that's how he lived his life. And from the time that he has passed away, I have never honestly uh, been able to forget him. Like such a talented actor, was so happy. And even his movie Dil Bechara, now you see him happy all the time, like all the time. Like even I can't do that. Like he to have something troubling you so much, but to keep that within inside and still make others happy, people around you happy, is it needs a lot of courage. And people who do not give enough credit to the people, they will live their life and they will go on. And but we, us as humans, is going to lose people like them. And those are the peoples that we need if we want to keep a hope alive of something genuine and something real. um, that is what is going to define us. It is our choice how we want to live our lives, and no one can tell us how to. But this has given me a perspective, losing uh, my love and my friend, same person, um, uh, and seeing Sushant Singh Rajput makes me realize, like, makes me question rather, what are we made for? Are we made to, just waste our life in pursuit of something meaningless? Or no matter what we do, we give and we value that essence of life, which is love? Because if we can't do that, then there is absolutely no purpose for us being on this earth. It is just, you are just like any other material, like a table or a chair. That's what that was going to define you, and nothing else. There is still time. I think neither my video is going to change anyone. It's just me trying to say it out loud, um, to people who would listen and who would want to do something about it, rather than just meaningless pursuing something that they don't understand where they are heading. I mean, it's a very debatable topic, but because it is a very subjective thing regarding what makes you happy and what you think is real and what gives you happiness. But no matter how successful you are in whatever terms you might define it, we as humans are going to come back to the same feeling of community and the same feeling of love that we have always longed for, without which our life and without which our existence is going to be meaningless. So I hope uh, in this pandemic and otherwise, like whatever we do, we consciously try to develop a habit to being kind to people, to generally being a loving person and being loving to others. Right? We never know what the other person is going through, so just be kind and make your make others' life better, and you will see that your life is getting better eventually. And that happiness that you get is priceless. Like you cannot put a tag to it. And yeah, so keep spreading the love and keep loving.